Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Your continued love and support here on the channel. For those of you that would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services that I do provide. I also have channel memberships available for those of you that are wanting access to exclusive members only picker cards, which is just additional content. If you're interested in that, I do have a link that'll be right underneath the pinned comments. There's a link there. You do want to make sure that if you're joining specifically to watch that content, there are 2 tiers that are available for channel membership. The first tier does make you a channel member. However, it does not give you the access to the videos. You get a badge by your name as a channel member, but it is actually the second tier that will give you the badge as well as access to those videos. It is to my understanding that on the YouTube, if you're using the app or the mobile version on your phone, it's not giving you the option to choose which tier you want. It's kind of defaulting to the first tier. So some of you are joining and thinking that you're joining the second one and end up finding that it's the first one that it subscribed you to. So if you're using the mobile version or the app, please make sure that you're going onto YouTube website on your desktop or your laptop using a regular web browser, typing in YouTube, the desktop site, and then once you log into YouTube, then you can go to my channels page and you should be able to see both of the tiers available. For channel memberships, you want to make sure that you're joining the tier that is called Starborn for this channel, and then that'll give you access to those videos. Okay, so today's pick a card reading, we are doing what you don't see coming. I like doing these ones because I like to know. See what is going on. So we do have 3 crystals for you guys to choose from today. For group number 1, you are going to be this Moonstone heart. For group 2, you're going to be this pink Lemurian quartz. And then for group number 3, you're going to be fire calcite. And I do apologize, I was just with my dog, you guys, so there might be random random dog hairs. So let's go ahead. If you already know which crystal you guys feel drawn to, you can go ahead and skip right down to the timestamps that are located pinned in the comments and also in the description box. But I am going to be adding in one of these cards to help you guys with choosing, for those of you that want a little bit more help. So let's do that. In my there's like dog hair everywhere. Let's see. Group 1. Group 1. What don't you see coming? Okay, so we have the Bayou with emotions. Oh boy, and manifestation. Oh, 1 second, I'm all messed up over here. Group 1, the Bayou. This is card number 25, and that is with the Moonstone. What you don't see coming. Okay, group 2, yours is going to be the pink Lemurian cards. Let's see what we have for you. Group 2, what don't you see coming? We have number 16, the Crow with dashed hopes and mourning. And that is with the pink Lemurian quartz. Okay, group 3, you're going to be the fire calcite. We have black walnut, number 36, and it says discernment and self-worth. And that is with the fire calcite. Okay, so those are the choices for today. If you guys connect to numbers, we've got 25, 16, number 36. I'm going to give you guys just a moment if you want to pause the video to have a little bit more time. Your timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your individual readings. Hi, Group 1. So those of you that resonate with the Bayou card and number 25, the emotions and manifestation, and that is with this Moonstone. This is going to be a reading today. So we're trying to find out what you don't see coming. Right off the bat, when I pulled your card here with emotions and manifestation, of course, we'll see what is coming through with your tarot. But for those of you that are familiar with manifestation, we are always, or even those of you that are not familiar, we are always manifesting, whether it is consciously or unconsciously. So although we can't always be, 100% perfect all the time, to, be in alignment and to feel good every day, we go through lots of emotional fluctuations day to day and then many times throughout the day. So sometimes, depending upon what type of emotions we've been carrying, there can be certain things that do manifest into our life, and sometimes it could have to do with things that we're thinking a lot about or feeling very emotional about, whether that is positive or negative. Okay, so this could in fact be Spirit telling you here that there is something that you don't see coming that could manifest. We're going to get a little bit more information on that, but I do feel like it's important to kind of note that for those of you that are not familiar about manifestation. So the reality that we experience in life is a direct reflection of our thoughts, our ideas, our feelings, our emotions, and our beliefs. Even the ones that we have that are subconscious or even unconscious. Okay, so let's see where this is going. For Group 1, what don't you see coming, and how is this related to the Bayou, Spirit? For Group 1, what don't they see coming? What don't they see coming? For Group 1. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. What don't you see coming? The Fool. So far, so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Fool, and the Three of Pentacles. What don't you see coming? Judgment. Okay. Three of Wands. Okay, I almost feel what Spirit is saying here is that as far as the emotional aspect of this, you're feeling something here. It could be that you're feeling the emotions of something, like maybe some big energy, but you don't know what it is. Perhaps there's I almost kind of feel like waiting for something, like you've been waiting for something, like you've been feeling like something big is going to come and something is going to manifest into your life here. Let's see. What don't you see coming? Some of you have been waiting for something, expecting something, or anticipating the arrival of something. It almost kind of feels like there's something that you're releasing here, and as you do, there's something new that's coming in here. What don't they see coming? Group 1. Why are you here? Ace of Pentacles, the Devil. Nine of Wands. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Eight of Swords is at the bottom. So what is this? Eight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. This could be about some type of change. Wow, look at that. Two of Cups and the Tower is there. So this is some type of change here. The Tower energy is basically saying that this is something that is very unexpected. There's an unexpected change here. But the Tower is, even though it could be very uncomfortable when we go through it, it can cause some type of upheaval in our life. Something is being broken down, released. But with that, it brings about change. I almost kind of feel like there's something here that you've been resisting, something that perhaps you've been dealing with, that perhaps you've been having a hard time letting something go. And maybe it is tied into emotions here. Because you've got the Nine of Wands here, the Ten of Wands. This is releasing, maybe perhaps for some of you, some type of wounded energy. You're completing some type of cycle here. We have the near completion, the completion. You've got another 9 here. And I feel like with the release of what this is, there is a new beginning here. So this is happening for your highest good. Some of you may have been worried about it or expecting like something going to happen here. Some of you, this might involve another person. Some of you, it has to do with your work, career, or even a relationship here, a friendship, some kind of partnership. Those of you that have a business partner or something. What's under the Tower? The Six of Pentacles and the Sun. So this is good. It's a positive change here. But the Eight of Swords, this is thinking negative about something. So maybe you have been kind of feeling that there has been something that's building, and it almost kind of looks like that's all this energy that's helping to purge or clear and to be released. For some of you, it may have to do with your own, I almost feel certain cycles or patterns that you have. This could be a pattern of negative thinking that you have. The Eight of Swords is about self-limiting beliefs. Okay? The Devil is here, which is Saturn energy. Don't we have... I feel like there's something going on with Saturn right now. But with the Saturn influence here, this is about breaking down, or I should say more so, Saturn is about structures, foundations, belief systems, and some of these can be ones that are very restrictive. These can be ones that have been hard to let go of, cycles that have been hard to let go of, patterns that have been hard to let go of, ways of thinking, ways of doing, ways of being, people, situations in your life that have been hindering, blocking you, holding you back. And I feel like it's all coming to a head here where there is this big release of this energy. And I feel like with Judgment being here, Judgment is about answering the call. Some of you, this could be a soul's calling, and almost kind of like if you've been holding yourself back with that Eight of Swords, like thinking to yourself, I can't do it, I want to do it, but I can't do it. This is where the universe kind of steps in and pushes you towards doing it. It's like no more stalling, no more waiting, because the Tower energy comes in as divine intervention to create change, to force us to change. The Tower brings in an awakening. So does the Judgment card. An awakening to perhaps how we've been holding ourselves back, how we've been limiting ourselves, or even how we've been keeping ourselves stuck in some type of old foundation or structure, whatever that is symbolic of for you, a relationship, a job that doesn't no longer is in alignment, partnerships. Now this, for some of you, this could have been something that you've been resisting with the Five of Wands here, the change, making the change. And so the universe kind of steps in and says, okay, here we go. Here we go. Because this is, for some of you, this could be letting go of a... I want to kind of give this to you in a couple different ways. For those of you that are in a relationship right now that has not been so good, okay? I kind of feel like there's a choice to make here. Now, one choice is to remove yourself from that relationship or that friendship or that job if you feel like it's no longer working. The other thing, and I feel like this more so has to do with those of you that are in relationships where it's just not working, there could be certain energies that you have brought into this connection, especially romantic or even a friendship, that have to be let go of. Maybe it is an old way of thinking. The Devil energy can talk about possession, control, obsession, attachment, codependency. And interesting that you have there's Nine of Pentacles is what we started off with, which is about independence, financial stability, security, a sense of self, our own identity, being self-made, self-sufficient. So those of you where you've been kind of holding on to a relationship because you didn't feel financially secure all on your own and you really have been wanting to leave the relationship, this could give you an opportunity to create your own abundance, your own wealth, where you are your own security. There's going to be an opportunity for you to do that. That is going to be something that's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone and answer your calling. This could be starting a new job, a new project. It could be a collaboration between you and a new company. For some of you, it could be stepping out on your path of entrepreneurship. For those of you, if you are in a relationship right now and you have been having some issues come up for your partnership, however, you and your partner are willing to change. You and your partner are willing to grow. This could be creating a new foundation for that relationship, meaning that we're not necessarily discarding the relationship. But if you have a willing partner who is saying, okay, I can identify where my flaws are at, you can see where yours at, and we're going to work together to create a new energy in this relationship. The Judgment card is about releasing and letting go. So this could be about you releasing your stuff, them releasing their stuff, and forgiving, putting the past behind you. In which case, this positive change here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups brings in a new cycle in that partnership, in that relationship, one that is balanced and a harmonious partnership. Now, if you don't have a partner, okay, you don't have a person, we can look at this in terms of you letting these things go from your past and forgiving and releasing, feeling a stronger sense of self, a stronger sense of independence, and feeling very secure on yourself, and letting go of your fear surrounding putting yourself back out there in terms of love, meaning you're opening your heart up. You're starting over. You're not bringing the past with you, okay? Which would be a new cycle for you, which would be beautiful because we've got the Two of Cups. So this is happening for your highest good. Six of Pentacles is about the equal give and take exchange of energy, reciprocity. This is something more balanced, more harmonious. Now, for those of you where you're in a relationship where you are feeling that you want to change, you're wanting to grow, and the other person that you're in a connection with is not, they're staying stuck in this energy and not wanting to change, this may be where maybe you've been avoiding the inevitable. Okay, and there could be the kind of like the voice from spirit that just gets louder and louder and louder for you to cut yourself free from that relationship. It could also be like if you're at a dead-end job, or you're feeling like, okay, this job is keeping me stuck and small and I'm not getting anywhere, and you've been resisting leaving because you're afraid of taking a leap of faith. This is where the universe again might really be pushing you and may even bringing in a new opportunity here for you, presenting you with it, but it is going to be something that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. So the Tower is something that happens very unexpectedly, very abruptly. Okay? Very abruptly. So some of you could be landing a new job offer, something that's coming towards you, helping to, if you've been struggling financially and you've been trying to make ends meet, or you've been trying to create another stream of income, there's going to be a new opportunity here. Okay? So if I feel like for some of you, you are the only one that's holding yourself back from that Nine of Pentacles. So this is where we let go of these negative thoughts and the resistance here. Letting go of other things that are taking away from our time and our energy, and more so focus on the self. So are we doing too much for other people and not for self? This could be a time where you create more balance and harmony within you, within your life, and you make more time to do the things that are going to help you to get to where you want to be. Okay, this may be a time of identifying certain cycles or patterns of behavior that you do need to release and let go of. And so the universe could certainly be bringing a manifestation of situations that are going to help to trigger these things to the surface so that you see them. You can identify them. And we either allow that trigger to, again, be something that holds us back, or we decide, you know what, why am I still thinking like this? Why am I still doing things this way? This is where Spirit's like, okay, we're drawing the line in the sand. Hopefully, right? Hopefully we make the change that we need to and not resist it. And we create a new cycle here, a new beginning. Starting fresh and new in a much better energy. Okay? So like I said, some of you may have already kind of felt like this like something's happening here. 3 of Wands, expecting, waiting. I mean, some of you could be also be waiting to hear news, waiting for something to happen. You know, especially for those of you where this is like a relationship situation and you're just like, everything's up in the air with this person right now. I don't know what's going to happen. We're still fighting, we're arguing, we're not getting along. We're still kind of toying between the idea of stay together or not together. So you can be kind of even waiting to see what the other person is going to do, what their response is going to happen. Or even if some of you could be thinking, are things going to change at work, or should I just leave? You know? So I think I want to clarify some stuff here. I'm going to save this 8 of Swords though. Let's actually look at this Judgment card first, because these are the major arcana here and also the Fool. Why is Judgment here? I also feel for some of you this is the ending of a karmic cycle. The Devil is certainly karmic energy. Judgment can be about karmic energy as well, and most definitely the Wheel of Fortune. But it can also be about also fate and destiny, helping us to align with that. But if we've been stuck in some kind of karmic patterns or cycles, that is something to take notice of. So we do have a change that's coming. And the Wheel of Fortune brings about major life changes. Okay? 10 of Pentacles. Some of you, it does have to do with a relationship, a marriage, something that it could even have to do with family situations, your money, your career. I don't feel like this message is going to be for everyone, but I do see for some of you, or maybe just one, some of you may be unexpectedly, especially if you're close to that time, unexpectedly going into early retirement. Okay, maybe you've wished for it, hoped for it, like I wished for this opportunity to be able to do that. Some of you might be in that position to have some kind of opportunity that's going to help you to get to that place. Some of you could be aligning or meeting with a soulmate, a life partner, an unexpected meeting, especially if you're single and looking for love. But some of you that are moving out of a relationship that is no longer working for you, this big shift is going to bring in a new connection for you. And it could be your next spouse. It could be your forever person here. Some of you could have been holding on to something that was very karmic or very toxic. Something that's just not working, especially if the other person is not wanting to put in the effort to fix it, then you might have to make that decision to walk away. Okay. However, those of you that are like, okay, both me and the person want to heal, want to grow, want to change, then okay, in order for us to do that, we got to let go of these old cycles. We can't bring this stuff into this next chapter. This isn't going to work anymore. So Spirit is kind of pushing you to release those old bad habits, relationship habits. Let's see. Why is the Judgment card here? Star. Yeah. Some of you are aligning with your destiny. Okay. Some of you might even, and this again might only be a few of you, I don't feel like it's everyone watching this reading, you might receive some type of news about an inheritance. Okay. Or some type of windfall of abundance here. An unexpected job offer or collaboration that is going to provide you with money, with abundance. Some of you, this could be unexpectedly meeting a new friend group, okay? A new best friend. Why is the devil here? Three of Cups. Okay. I don't like that. Okay. Some of you that are in relationships right now, and you or the other person that you are with have hurt each other through lies, deceit, betrayal, third parties. Or if you are someone who has gone through that on your own, and they have been someone who's gone through that on their own, meaning it's part of your respective past. If you have brought in those insecurities and trust issues into your new relationship with the person that you're with right now, that's got to stop. Okay, that behavior has to come to an end. This is where Spirit is trying to bring in a new cycle for you of releasing all the baggage. You're going to be given an opportunity to do so. Almost kind of put in a position where you have to come to some type of an agreement or compromise with the other person that you're in a connection with to put the past behind you. Okay? So those of you where you are single, this is going to look like if you're someone who is has been keeping yourself isolated and not dating because you don't want to get hurt, things of that nature. This is where this gives you the opportunity to heal. Okay. There could be a new connection that's kind of brought in for you, meaning a soulmate, and the universe could be testing you to see if you are ready to allow yourself to receive that connection. Okay. Now we have a choice, right? If we meet that soulmate, the choice is, do we revert back into the old patterns of behavior, the old ways of doing and being and thinking, and allow that energy to sabotage the new connection, where it shows energetically we're just not ready yet. We haven't learned from these karmic patterns, and we end up sabotaging that new connection. Okay? Or we make the choice to look at these things and to decide, it's time to let this go. I can't allow this to interfere in my life anymore and into this relationship. So there's an opportunity for healing here. The universe is pushing you towards that healing. Some of you, it could be, like I said, in fact, your history, your past, and you could be allowing these old thoughts and old patterns to kind of infiltrate your being. And so it could be something that's weighing very heavily on you. And this is where this is Spirit kind of giving the opportunity to release, to heal, to clear these old wounds so that we can start to rebuild a new foundation, because the Tower is going to break down the old foundation. And maybe this is part of that. We don't want this anymore. We want to build a new, solid, sturdy, grounded, amazing one that is built upon love and respect and, you know, those things. Now, if this has more to do with your work, then this can be like insecurities that you have. This can be that you have a bad habit of having so many different ideas and not really sticking to them, procrastinating, hesitating, not getting things done, not taking inspired action. This could be presenting you with an opportunity that Spirit's saying, we can change all of this. But this is going to require you to overcome your fears here and stop overthinking and just do it. And it's going to bring about a positive change for the better. Some of you, your soul's calling is going to get so loud. Because many of you, this is something where many of you are meant to experience this level of abundance with the Wheel of Fortune here. This level of abundance. This is a legacy. Okay, 10 of Pentacles energy is generational wealth. Many of you have a calling, and there's no more ignoring it. Okay? No more ignoring the calling. This is going to call you into action. Okay? So, let's look at this Three of Wands. This manifestation. What is this Three of Wands? This is something that's not far off. Knight of Pentacles. Some of you may have been waiting for a long time. Six of Swords. The Hermit. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you're moving into a more grounded, more peaceful, more calm energy. Some of you may have been single for a really long time and hesitating getting back out there. Okay. Almost kind of giving two mixed energies here of, in a way, like I want love, but then I don't want love. I want love, but I'm not open to it. So there's a need for kind of releasing and letting go of that wishy-washy energy here. Now the zodiac signs that I am seeing here, we've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and then Leo, Leo, Sagittarius. I do want to look at this Bayou, I think. What is this Bayou energy, Spirit? The emotions and the manifestation. Some of you, like I said, you could be making the decision to move on. Okay? Making the decision to move on from someone. What is the emotions and the manifestation? Eight of Pentacles. Some of you, again, this has to do with work. Has to do with work. Some of you could be reevaluating what you're doing for work, leaving a job. Leaving a job. Some of you with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse are needing to reevaluate or reassess what you do for work, how you work. So there could be a restructuring of that, okay? The way you're working. If you're somebody who needs more organization, more discipline, this could certainly be an opportunity to change those old work habits, the way you work, okay? Like if you're someone who's super disorganized, if you're somebody who starts something and doesn't finish it, okay? This is where we change that. We come in stronger, we come in better. The universe kind of bringing an opportunity for you to change that, to get more organized, to be more disciplined, to be more focused, more committed, more dedicated to what your passions are in life, even for some of you. Some of you could be pursuing a passion, your vision, your dream, finally having an opportunity to make your dreams come true. Some of you could be dealing with a person who's showing to you that they're not putting in the effort. Okay? And that may be a time for you to be really, really honest with yourself, which means that the people that are not in alignment with you, the universe is going to show this person's true colors to you. Okay? There might be some type of sneakiness or deception that is revealed to you. There could be some type of truth that is coming out about some type of deception, for some of you, about a third party. If you are by chance part of a third party situation where you are technically the third party, this could be spirit kind of helping you to move away from this for your highest good. Okay? Some of you, yes, though, you might be learning some type of, perhaps a painful truth, some type of betrayal. This could be a romantic partner or even through a friend. You might find out like this friend has been lying to you or being sneaky and going behind your back with something. And it could be, for some of you, it could be a coworker. Okay? A coworker who's been acting like they were your friend in your face, but then talking behind your back. And then you've already been kind of feeling the energy there where you're like, okay, I don't really trust people here. And that might be like the final push that you need to get out of that place. Okay? And on to your destiny. So sometimes the universe is going to push us in ways that are uncomfortable. And that can sometimes be with people that we have in our life. You know, sometimes if a person is hurting you and it keeps happening over and over and over again, and the universe is like, you got to get out of there. And it might show you that that person is not going to change. Okay? It's not going to get better. And if that is the case, again, this is where you need to be really honest with yourself. Some of you, it could be like having a bad boss, a boss who's untrustworthy and sneaky and, you know, kind of a certain dynamic at work. And you're just like, I know I need to get out of here. And the universe is like, well, here's the final straw for you. Here's your final push. If you're not going to get out of there willingly, then we're going to help you. We're going to help you by creating some type of upheaval here. Now, I don't feel this might only be one of you, but some of you, that can even be a sudden job loss. Okay? Where you end up getting fired or you get laid off because a company is restructuring. But it is a blessing in disguise. Okay? Something is quickly coming in here that is going to be better in alignment for you. It is going to give you an opportunity for a whole new beginning, something that is going to be providing far more financial security and stability for you. So at the moment, you might be like, okay, I just got fired or I just lost my job, but it's a blessing. This is where Spirit is kind of showing you this thing that you were holding on to for dear life was holding you back from what we were trying to bring for you, which is beautiful. Okay, so this is the universe kind of stepping in and giving you that final push to align with your destiny here, no matter what that is. A new relationship, a new job, a new career path. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Let's see, what else? Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups at the bottom with the Six of Wands. Some of you are going to be experiencing a new love connection. Some of you are going to be with a new person coming in that is going to give you all of the love and admiration and attention and affections. The Six of Wands is a success. So some of you are going to be moving on to a new, successful, healthy, loving, beautiful relationship. Others of you, this is going to be about you pursuing a passion that you have, something that's been very deeply connected into your heart space, and you finally, this is something that's kind of coming through for you and aligning for you perfectly. So paying attention to your intuition is going to be super important for you. Okay. I want to ask Spirit, when is this all playing out for you? But this looks like this is happening quick, especially with the Tower energy. Is very sudden, very unexpected. When is this going to happen for group 1? All of this change. When is this going to, how is this going to play out? What is the timing on this for group 1? Page of Swords. For some of you, I really feel like there's a need for like really paying attention here, okay? Paying attention to details. Some of you, this may be very fast, okay, in terms of days, like literal days. Could be a week, or even for some of you up to 5 weeks. Some of you I'm seeing a little bit longer. Something that could happen later this year, especially if you're watching this when I'm uploading this. This could be something that takes place around perhaps Virgo season, okay, which would be later in the year. We've also got Scorpio energy here, Capricorn energy, so Scorpio and Capricorn season. Could also be something significant, especially if you're watching this later, okay? But I kind of feel like those of you that are tuned in right now, the day that I'm going to be uploading this, this is happening fairly fast, okay? We've got 7 here, 8, 9. We also have 6 here, so 6, 7, 8, 9. For some of you, that's going to be days, could be weeks, okay? For some of you, this is very fast energy. So the timing, right? The paying attention to the call, to making a big decision, the big decision for change, because Spirit is trying to help this to align perfectly for you. So there is a need for paying attention to when you're feeling the push, or you're feeling the, you know, something within you that's saying, do it now. We need to do it. Okay, no more stalling, no more waiting. Yeah. Spirit means business. Okay. Some of you, it could have even been something that you've been avoiding, dreading, especially for those of you that have been considering leaving a job or leaving a relationship or moving out and being on your own. Okay, avoiding it, dreading it, worrying about it, stressed out about it. Anything else for group 1? Yeah, foresight here. Some of you, connection, okay, that's coming in for you. We've got strategy here. Signs. Yeah, that's going to be important. Nurture. Some of you, this is nurturing a new connection that you have before you. Those of you, like I said, where you and your partner are having some difficulties but wanting to work on things, there's a need for using strategy here, being more methodical in your approach to resolving conflict, nurturing the relationship, okay? Seeing how this helps to change it. But for others of you, again, we could be talking about anything else. Your work, friendships. If you're getting a vibe from somebody who's acting, like I said, like they're your friend and there's jealousy or envy and talking behind your back and you're just kind of feeling it, trust your gut. Maybe that is completely cutting that person off. Okay? I want to look at the signs here. I want to see for some of you, even though this is a general reading, we'll see if we can get some info here and see what kind of signs are you going to be seeing. Some of you, you can also like straight out ask your spirit team to give you a sign, okay? Something specific. Like let's just say if you ask your spirit team, let's just say we'll go with the relationship example, and you ask your spirit team, if I should leave this connection, show me elephants, okay? If I should stay in this connection, give me monkeys. Give me a monkey. And then be open to receive, okay? What are the signs here that group 1 should be looking out for? The King of Cups. Your intuition, okay? This is where Spirit is wanting you to I mean, certainly you can see, right, certain signs, but I feel like this is more about feeling and reflecting. Like your intuition is going to tell you. You're going to feel it. Some of you, it could also be a Virgo or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Like, let's just say if you're asking, oh, who's this new person that's going to be coming into my life? They could be a Virgo. They could be a King of Cups type. If they're not a water sign, the King of Cups is a person who's very emotionally mature, very loving, very nurturing, compassionate, kind, sensitive. They could be a person who loves art, music, culture, good food, traveling, well-traveled, right? A person who is a good listener, a person who is emotionally mature, stable. They're very sensitive. They care about people. They could have jobs that are in healthcare, nurses, doctors, therapists. A person who's a healer. They could be an intuitive. They could be a person who's a little bit introverted. Okay, with the Hermit energy, very deep, deep soul. Nine of Cups. Yeah, some of you, this is your wish fulfillment here. Your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Maybe some of you, this is 9 months. 9 months. So it could be maybe even September, October for some of you. The month of September, October. Again, we've got the High Priestess here. Your intuition is going to tell you. I feel like that's the important thing for you here with the signs. You're gonna receive it intuitively. You're gonna have an inner knowing, a feeling. Okay. Okay, so that is all that I have for you. Group 1, I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 2. So those of you that resonated with the pink Lemurian quartz and card number 16, the Crow, dashed hopes and mourning. So we'll see how your tarot goes, but with this card here, this almost kind of feels like what you don't see coming is perhaps a little bit of a letdown. Okay, perhaps something that you were expecting to happen doesn't. It doesn't turn out the way that you wanted to. It could be kind of putting all of your hope or faith in something coming through, maybe about a situation, and then just kind of not working out the way that you hoped it did. Okay, so we're going to see what this is. Here, this crow is kind of sitting on top of a mailbox. So some of you, that could be like waiting to hear some kind of communication from someone or about something or a situation. So let's see here. Or even, because this is number 16 here, the Tower energy. This could be some kind of unexpected news that is maybe not what you wanted to hear. Okay. Could be some kind of sad news too with the mourning here. Receiving some bad news. Some kind of loss. Okay, let's see, Group 2. What don't you see coming? Group 2. Two of Cups. The Fool. Some of you, this might be around a relationship, partnership, some kind of love connection here, a friendship, Aquarius energy. What don't you see coming? Some of you, this could even be connecting with a new love interest, but It kind of makes me feel like maybe it's not what we thought it was going to be. Maybe being hopeful. 7 of Swords. So there's some type of deception here, some type of illusion. Perhaps this is a person who you've had a connection with here and you feel excited, like this is a new beginning in love, and then this person ends up ghosting you, avoiding you, lying about something. The 7 of Swords is about deception, sneakiness, trying to get away with something. So it could even be finding out that the person's intentions are not what you thought they were going to be and you're feeling disappointed. Could even be a friend, a coworker, a business partner who's been hiding something, stealing something even. What don't you see coming, group 2? The Empress and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Let me see the rest of these cards here. What don't you see coming, group 2? I'm feeling some of you might be connecting with somebody and you might find out they are married. Okay, they've got a wife, they've got kids. They're already in a relationship. Ten of Cups. There's a lot of people here. What is going on? The only queen that we're missing is the Queen of Wands. Some of you, it makes me feel like you could be dealing with a player, okay? Knight of Swords. I almost feel there's an air sign here. There's some type of exchange of communication here, and I feel like what is coming from this Knight of Swords isn't very nice. This could be very aggressive or confrontational. This might even be, for some of you, a person who's going to be trying to love bomb you. But their intentions are off here, okay? This person's deceptive. This is going to be something that really requires you to use your discernment here with this person. If you're getting involved with somebody and noticing that they're trying to rush and move things so fast, you want to watch that. Some of you, this could be a female. Could be a mother, okay? A mother figure, a female coworker perhaps. It kind of looks like they're coming in this Knight of Swords. So this can even be somebody who's talking to you or approaching you in a way that is even like very negative. There's some type of messages or communication coming in here for some of you. Let's see what else. Oh, you know what? Some of you that are you could be finding out that the person you are connected to is already married, already involved with someone else, and you might find that information and out about them, and you might confront them with that information, and you might be met with this person just kind of cutting you off and avoiding talking about it or giving you any kind of explanation, and just kind of really disappointing you. I will say, those of you that are in a third party situation where you are the third party, I don't know why this energy is coming through over here on this channel. This should be on the other channel, but I can't help it. I can't choose. Whatever comes through, comes through. Yeah, those of you, there's somebody that's deceptive here. There's going to be some type of truth that's revealed about somebody that's been hiding something, being deceptive, being sneaky, lying about something. Those of you, I was going to say, those of you that are in third party situations where you are the third party, there could be a very upset or angry wife, okay, or an ex, even a baby mama who's really upset, who might be rage like, who might send you a really like a nasty gram. Just something really bitter, maybe like, oh, he's with me now, or just like really not so nice. Or it could even be that the person that you were involved with is sending you a message here of like, I kind of feel like it's a little mean here with this Knight of Swords. It's a little aggressive. It might be that the person kind of has a certain tone with you and kind of completely changes on you and becomes very cold, not as nurturing and loving and sweet. This person could be kind of like painting this picture of you being together and happily ever after, and they're just kind of playing games here. Okay? So some of you, there's also a manipulative energy here. It doesn't matter gender, but the Queen of Cups is feminine energy. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's also Taurus, Libra energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There could be a manipulative person here. This Queen of Cups in reverse. Manipulative. We've got the Strength card at the bottom. Okay. Those of you where this message that's coming through is not great, or you're learning about something here, some kind of deception, basically what Spirit is trying to tell you with the Strength card here is keep your cool. Okay? Keep your cool. Don't let this situation or this person or this maybe even drama here throw you off balance. Okay? I want to look at this right here. What is this? 8 of Wands. This kind of looks like some of you, there could be some kind of family stuff going on here. Some of you could be dealing with a person that has been avoiding talking to you. It doesn't even necessarily need to be romantic. It could be a sibling. It could be a mother. It could be a parent-child relationship. If you've had some type of difficult relationship with your child, adult child, and you're trying to maybe say like reach out to your child, and the child responds with like a very aggressive, angry, don't talk to me anymore, I don't want to hear from you. Some of you, it's family. Okay? So again, try not to, let that be something that upsets you. And I know it's easier said than done, because when somebody says something, the words hurt, and it can be very painful for us to be able to process and deal with here. Some of you, this could be a person who is law enforcement, military. This Knight of Swords character, though, is a very impulsive person. A person who could be a really reckless in actions or communication. They're the type of person who just kind of says things and doesn't think about what they're saying when they say it. They just kind of let it fly off the tongue. Why is this Eight of Wands here? Like a kind of like a smart you-know-what. What is this Eight of Wands here? Seven of Cups and Ten of Wands. I'm getting here. Some of you, again, you might be having somebody come towards you who's really trying to rush here. They're a person who's avoiding commitment, relationship, or somebody who doesn't want a commitment or relationship. They're hiding their intentions here, and their actions can be very deceiving because you're like, they're coming towards me and they're acting like they like me and they want a connection, they want a future, they want a relationship here, but their communication is, or the energy that they're giving to you is very confusing for you. Could be causing a lot of stress, a lot of feeling very emotionally overwhelmed. So there could even be a message that you receive that is making you feel confused and overwhelmed. Or the person who's giving you this message is overwhelmed and stressed out, and so they're responding in a way that's not very nice. What is this Knight of Swords here? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, some of you have a sweet-talking person who might tell you exactly what you want to hear, and this person's intentions are just to ring your bell, and that's it. Ring your bell. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, I'm getting a person who's been very hot and cold with you, making you feel like an option, not making you a priority. This person, some of you might be receiving some message from somebody that you really liked and they ran away, and then you're going to be hearing from them and they're still coming in with the same energy, still bare minimum, and that's going to be disappointing for you. Okay? Because you might think, okay, they're contacting me because they want to get back together, or because they want a future with me. They want a relationship. They're coming back in because they want to finally commit. Nope. Nope. Same old, same old. Breadcrumbing. They could be somebody who knows just how to emotionally manipulate you. How to say all the right things to you that are going to let you come right back in. Or their way to weasel their way. Oh, the weasel. Some of you are dealing with a weasel. A sneaky snake. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Let's see what this crow is here. Yeah, some of you, this is a child. A child, your child. This is a parent-child relationship. Perhaps there's been a lot of strain on the relationship. Some of you could be trying to communicate with your child, sending messages. Yeah. What is the crow here with dashed hopes and mourning? Yeah, so this kind of looks like maybe some kind of event happening with partnership, family. Ten of Swords, this is painful. Some of you, this is a betrayal. Some of you, it could be receiving breakup news or some painful news to hear. You know, if you've had a breakup with somebody and you've been like waiting for them to message you, and you guys have been avoiding each other and not talking, and then you finally receive a message that finalizes it, where this person says, no, I don't want to get back together. Or, I'm seeing someone else. I got back with my ex, or fill in the blank. Something that's painful. Yes, it's news, a message, a text, a call. Why is the sun here? Maybe some of you, it is your sun. Literally, your sun, a Leo, a Gemini. Some of you, it's a masculine, or who has very masculine energy, regardless of gender. Some of you might have this person's child or son. You might have a son with this child. I mean, sorry. You might have this person's son. No. Why am I doing this? You might have this person's child who is a son. Did I say that right? This star. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you were kind of hoping for better news or reconciliation. Maybe to try to resolve or heal things with somebody. Like I said, for some of you, it could be that you're messaging someone here and you're hoping to hear from them, and you're just feeling confused. Like, why haven't they responded? Why aren't they talking to me? Some of you, this person could be avoiding you, avoiding responding, avoiding talking to you, avoiding being honest with you. Yeah, Five of Swords. Some of you could be receiving not the response that you didn't want from this person. It could be very nasty. Five of Swords is betrayal. It could be a person who's lashing out at you, a person who's responding from a place of being gone very confrontational, aggressive, saying something awful, okay? Bullying, the energy of bullying. Somebody could be trying to bully you through a message. Someone saying mean and hurtful things. So again, it's kind of like we're having the intention that hearing from them is going to be positive, but it's fine. We're finding out that's not the case. I mean, it could even be that you kind of go into it and hear from them and say, okay, we're talking to each other. Let's try to resolve this, or we're going to heal our relation. And then you guys end up fighting again, saying mean things, and then you're back to square one, right? It's just not, it's not coming together in the way that you want it to. It's ending in people lashing out or saying mean things, being defensive, being confrontational, being aggressive. Some of you might feel like a victim here to this person's mistreatment some way. Five of Cups is here at the bottom. So we're left feeling grief, pain, sadness, remorse, guilt, shame, humiliation. There could also be other people that are involved here. Like I said, there's a lot of people here. So some of you, there could be like other people that are getting in your business. Other family members that are kind of, what do you call that? Other family members who are kind of like taking this family member's side, and then like, oh, everybody, we're not going to talk to them. We're not going to talk to pal two. Like there's a lot of resentment here. A lot of resentment, a lot of anger. Like you might be trying to like resolve some type of conflict with somebody, and you know, in hopes of healing it and repairing, and it's just like it's not happening. You might be completely blindsided by receiving a message that's just not nice. Okay? Even if you're trying to, even if it's family too, that can be challenging. You know, like if you have a strange relationship with a child or with your parent and you're trying to be nice, you're trying to heal it, you're trying to repair the relationship, and you're being met with like the same energy. Some of you, it could be a work situation. Okay, a work situation. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles with Justice. Yeah, some of you, you're involved. There's a Three of Swords in reverse. Some of you, you're in a third-party situation. Okay? And you might be kind of hoping that maybe the other person that you're involved with, who could be married or in another relationship, that they're going to leave that connection. And I feel like Spirit's saying you're going to be met with disappointment because this person is still treating you like an option. They're avoiding, they're breadcrumbing their behavior. They could be telling you, oh yes, I want to be with you, you know, I'm going to leave, but then they don't do anything. Just stringing you along, dangling the carrot to manipulate you into getting what they want, which with the Strength card here, this is having to do with lust. This is intimacy. So they might act like they're into it and, you know, they're going to plan a future with you, but they're not actually doing it. Okay? That is discouraging. That is painful. That is because you even feel betrayed here. You know, they could be going behind their partner's back and hiding an affair from their partner, but then they're also betraying you. Okay? Some of you, this is, like I said, a work thing. You could have coworkers who are talking behind your back. There could be lots of drama and negativity. You could have a person who's doesn't like you so much to the point that they could be trying to tell people things to get you fired. Some of you, it's a water sign, okay? Doesn't have to be, but this is a very manipulative person. And you might already have a gut feeling about it. You know, I can't trust this person. Don't. If your gut tells you don't, then don't. Okay. Anything else? Anything else for group 2? Again, that Knight of Swords character here. Justice, Six of Pentacles, and Judgment. Yeah, this kind of feels like somebody's trying to make things right here. This could be you, but this could also be another person you're dealing with. Some of you could be questioning, should I let this person back into my life? And of course, that is going to be your judgment call to make here. You could be hearing from an air sign. What else? Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Okay. Some of you, this is going to be a situation where you're going to be hearing from someone that you really want to build a relationship with. And you are going to be hearing from them. But it kind of looks like this person, they're going to probably tell you that they're going to put more effort in, but they still might not commit. They might keep it kind of like in the situationship, friends with benefits, kind of thing. So again, this is where you have to decide here to kind of decide if you want this. Some of you, I'm getting like, I don't know, I feel like a rebellious teenager energy here. So maybe somebody's acting really immature and rebelling in some way. I want to know more. Let's tell us more, Spirit, about this Knight of Swords character. Temperance. King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Yeah, some of you, you could be receiving a message about somebody wanting to end things with you, or some of you could even be receiving news about a person that you're involved with. Again, some of you, this could be a person who is getting divorced, or wait a minute, hold on a second. Some of you could have been talking to a person who was in the middle of their divorce, okay? Going through a divorce. They could have already been separated from their partner. They could even be telling you, okay, yeah, I got my divorce finalized. Finally, we're on course again, and we're doing this. But it kind of feels like if you've been waiting for this person to go back to you after they finalize their divorce, I kind of feel like the energy, like it's kind of like they're still not committing to you, okay? They're still not committing. They might be telling you, like, I just want to be single. Maybe we could just hang out. And you could have had all your hopes up that, okay, as soon as they got divorced, you were thinking, okay, now we're going to be together. That's the dashed hopes here. Is because they might tell you that they're getting divorced, or their divorce has been finalized, and you think, okay, yes, they're going to come to me, and they don't. They don't. They might tell you, I'm not ready, which I understand that if somebody's coming out of a divorce, you do need time. You know, you can't just kind of jump right back or jump right into something. Some people, it might be easier for them if they've been separated from their partner for a long time, where they've been kind of living separate and single while going through the divorce process. It might be easier, you know, to just kind of say, okay, yes, I am ready. As soon as those divorce papers are finalized and signed and done, I'm ready to jump into this connection. But I kind of feel like some of you could be dealing with a situation like that with a person who is kind of like things kind of playing out differently than what you had anticipated. They could be saying, I need more time. I need time to heal. I need time to work on myself. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it could be giving you false hope, you know, where you were thinking, oh, okay, yes, as soon as this person leaves their partner, as soon as they get divorced, then we're going to be together and we're free and clear. And this person's still coming with the avoiding of commitment or truly making you a priority here. So that could also be a little bit of a letdown here. Okay. Sagittarius energy, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 3. So those of you that resonate with the Fire, Calcite, and card number 36, Black Walnut, it says discernment and self-worth. So let's see. I like how your crystal matches your card. Let's see what we get for you with what you don't see coming. This is where, okay, so what you don't see coming. There's a need for discernment here. Perhaps there's going to be a situation that tests your self-worth. Maybe it's a person. Okay. Group 3, discernment and self-worth. Maybe a need for boundaries here. Group 3, what don't you see coming? Knight of Wands. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're going to need to use your intuition with this person. Nine of Swords. King of Swords. The Fool. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, sometimes with the Fool energy, we can just kind of leap into something without knowing kind of what we're getting ourselves into, without thinking. So there's a need for you. Look at the way that the Queen of Cups, the way she's staring into her cup. This is where she's looking deeper into her feelings, her emotions, her intuition. The King of Swords is also here, which is about logic, head over heart. Some of you might get swept away by this Knight of Wands character, or even the King of Swords. The Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. It's intense. It's fiery, but it's also short-lived. Okay? So this more or less would be a person coming towards you potentially who is looking for a hookup. And you might really like them because we do have the Queen. You might even have feelings for them. But I feel like this is where you have to really use discernment, is what Spirit's saying when getting involved with this person. Or for those of you where this is not love related, there could be some type of opportunity here that you're wanting to kind of take action towards or just kind of jump into. But I feel like Spirit's saying here, you're needing to decide. Because the Knight of Wands is a very action-oriented energy, very motivated, very like, let's do this, action, right? This could be about traveling, relocating. So let's see, let's get some more here. What don't you see coming? Some of you might have a new opportunity that's presented to you and you feel the desire to do it, and you could be letting your anxiety get in the way because you feel like you're not worthy of that opportunity. Meaning you kind of back out because your self-worth is kind of telling you, I don't deserve it, or I'm not worthy of it, or where you're letting your own overthinking here get in the way. I was just going to say that. Some of you may be needing to approach a person in a position of power or authority. It could be a boss or some kind of authority figure here. It kind of feels like you're wanting, this could be work related. You could be wanting to talk to this King of Swords. Maybe you're going to talk to the King of Swords and ask him about a new opportunity for work or something like that. Let's see. And maybe you're feeling too nervous. Like, I'm too nervous to talk to King of Swords. King of Swords is intimidating. I can't tell what he's thinking. I can't tell what he's feeling. I'm too scared. Let's see. I mean, it could even be somebody at work that you like. Could be your boss. It could be your boss. Could be your coworker. Let's see. What don't you see coming, group 3? Somebody could be trying to have a fling with you at work. The Knight of Wands is a flirt, very flirty. Yeah, somebody could be trying to hook up with you at work. This is where Spirit's saying your self-worth is in question here. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to, especially if it's like a big risk, because the Fool is risk. There's risk involved. If you're trying to, if you feel attracted to somebody right at work, and this person, you know that they're a player, or you know that they're only about the physical, this is where Spirit is saying there could be a person who's kind of approaching you to try to hook up with you, try to flirt with you, try to sweet talk you, but they're not about their feelings, okay? They're more about the physical, wanting the physical hookup, something casual. And if you're someone who is, you know, can't do that, okay? Some people can, where they stay very detached and it doesn't matter. They could just have a hookup with someone, or friends with benefits situationship. But for some people, you can't, because you get so emotionally connected or bonded to a person through that you just can't do it. And that's okay. Some of you, there's a person here that maybe is involved with multiple people at work, okay? Maybe it's like a person who kind of goes around the office and is with that person and then this person and that person, or you and then somebody else in their real life outside of work. And this is again where Spirit's saying use discernment. Think of your self-worth here. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Some of you, it could be enticing because they're like approaching you and you feel like, wow, this person likes me, they're attracted to me. But with the Ace of Cups in reverse, I feel like this person's not looking for a love connection. They're not being emotionally open with you. They don't have feelings. They're just thinking about it in terms of intimacy. The hookup, something short-lived. This could be a pattern this person has, okay? A bad pattern of withdrawing after they get what they want. So this person, what you don't see coming could be that this person is withdrawing from you, not talking about their feelings. Five of Pentacles is at the bottom. This person, if this is somebody that you're hooking up with right now, what you don't see coming is this person just kind of cuts you off and stops talking to you and withdraws from you. That could even make things very awkward, okay, at the office. If you're someone who's a business owner and this person is your client, or you are their client, that could also be a situation here. You could be somebody who's kind of helping this person in some way, and this person could be a taker. Not reciprocating your energy, not reciprocating your feelings. This could even be a person who you tell them, hey, I like you, I have feelings towards you, and they're just like, well, I'm attracted to you, but I don't have feelings for you. Or I'm not looking for a romantic connection. Some of you, this might even be a friendship, friends with benefits, situationship, where the person you're dealing with is very emotionally withdrawn. Some of you could be at a job that is paying you less than you are deserving of. And what you don't see coming is that there is going to be an opportunity for you to change that, okay? This might require you to step outside of your comfort zone to put yourself in a position to take action. You're going to be prompted to take some kind of action here. And really ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Do I really believe that this company is paying me what my worth is. This is going to require you to take some time to deeply reflect within the self about making some big life change here. For some of you, this could be leaving. You could decide to abruptly quit or leave. Turn in your resignation. Okay. Let's clarify a little bit. Yeah. Some of you are going to be embarking on a new career journey, starting something new here, pursuing a new passion, maybe even opening your own business. The Three of Pentacles can be entrepreneurship. There could be unexpected travel here, relocating to a better community for some of you. You might feel like you don't like the vibe, the friend circles and the community that you're in right now, and you've been wanting change, and the universe could kind of present an opportunity for you that is going to require you to, it could be involve travel and relocation, where you just suddenly be like, that's it, I'm gone, I'm leaving. Some of you might be in a relationship or a marriage that is not giving you what you need, whether it's emotionally, intimately, passionately. It could be staying in a situation where the love is just not there anymore. Your partner is just not being loving with you anymore. They're very withdrawn. You could be contemplating getting a divorce. You could be contemplating, can we still work on things here? But I'm kind of getting that you might suddenly make the decision to just leave, okay? After some deep thinking about your self-worth. You might be telling yourself, I am worthy of more, I am deserving of more, so therefore I need to gracefully bow out of this situation. Okay, I'm also getting that for you guys. Especially because some of you, your intuition might be telling you, go, 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 leave, get out, leave, go. And then you finally, instead of overthinking here and worrying and stressing, you finally just might be like, you know what? F it. F it. I'm out of here. Let's see. Why is the Fool here? Also got Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Five of Swords. Yeah, big decision here. Judgment, releasing something, letting something go. For some of you, it's letting go of self-sabotaging thoughts that have been holding you back from taking that leap of faith into a new direction, new beginning. Justice in reverse. Some of you are leaving a toxic relationship, okay? Ending a contract, leaving a contract with a company that has a very low vibrational or toxic work environment, people that are not treating you fairly, co-workers that are not very nice. Some of you guys can have a bad boss and you decide, I quit, I'm done, I'm out of here. So that could be an unexpected judgment call that you make here. I do feel like it is going to be for your highest good. There's some kind of injustice here. This could be the way that a person's been treating you, being treated unfairly at work or by coworkers or in a relationship. And again, this is where your worthiness is coming into play here. So this could be some change that needs to happen, but it's kind of like the universe is like pushing you to make that change now. You got to do it. Yeah, some of you have Four of Pentacles at the bottom. Some of you are afraid of letting go. Fear of loss is what the Four of Pentacles is about. Some of you could be, if you're trying to change jobs, this is kind of leading into the Five of Pentacles, which is the fear of loss, financial security. The place that you're working at, even though it's toxic, it could be your source of security, your source of financial security and comfort, because it could be a job that pays well, but the environment is not good, right? The bosses are not good, or the people, or something about it, or you're not being treated fairly here with Justice in reverse. People could be making you feel very isolated where you work, keeping you away, like they're part of the group and the team, and they kind of just push you away here. Yeah, we do have the Five of Swords here. This could also be, some of you could be dealing with a really toxic person here. This Five of Swords, this could be a person who's a little aggressive, confrontational, resentful towards you. You could have tried to help this person, but then I don't know what's going on here. Could have tried to help somebody, or they could have tried to help you, but somebody felt like they weren't being treated fairly here. Maybe you didn't get the raise that you wanted and you're just like, what happened? Why aren't they treating me right? Yeah, I'm getting some of you getting out of a bad marriage, deciding to leave. Okay, with a person who's not treating you right. This is where Spirit's saying you're needing discernment and to think about your self-worth here. Put yourself first. Can we get a little bit more, Spirit, about this discernment and self-worth? Queen of Swords, the Queen of Discernment. What else? The Lovers. Some of you, it is a relationship, a marriage, partnership, could be work. The Lovers is also about making a choice, taking decisive action on that choice, using discernment, thinking clearly, logically. The Death card, this is ending something, changing something, letting something go that is not making you feel like it values you, a person, a situation, a job. Scorpio, Gemini energy. Eight of Cups at the bottom. You're walking away here. You know? I mean, you could already have kind of like this thought in your mind right now and you haven't really done anything because you've been feeling nervous and anxious and thinking about it. And then what you don't see coming is that you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Look at you. Page of Wands, traveling. This is all travel here for some of you. Page of Wands, the Chariot, the Eight of Wands. Might be hard for some of you, but there's a need for you to really focus on not feeling happy. Okay, Four of Cups. The discontent that you feel, that's what Spirit is wanting you to see. Look at how unhappy you are. See how your needs are not being met. See how much stress this is causing you. Five of Pentacles, your needs are not being met, but look at that. You're still holding on here. Okay, you're still holding on to the lack, to the something that is not giving you what you deserve. Some of you, it's holding on to scarcity consciousness. I'm too afraid of changing jobs because I'm worried that I'm not going to receive what I need. This is where you got to change that. You got to realize that you're holding yourself back here. You are going to be provided for. You just need to take that leap of faith. This could also be planning things too, right? Especially with Queen of Swords energy. We want to plan it out, get things in order, have a vision, have a plan, and stick to it. Commit yourself to it. This is going to require a lot of willpower for you. Some of you, it is traveling, relocating, leaving a job, a marriage, a relationship, a situation, a person. What is this Eight of Cups here? High Priestess. You're going to know. Your intuition's going to tell you. Okay? All the details are not being revealed to you at this time. But there's going to be a need for strategy. Some of you may need to make a quiet exit. Okay? A strategic exit. Keep your plans to yourself. If you're planning on leaving the job, don't tell your boss you're leaving. Start looking for other jobs. You want things to flow for you, okay? Keep to yourself. If you're feeling some kind of deceptive energy, a person's being deceptive, they're being sneaky, going behind your back in some way, you just feel like you can't trust someone, your gut is going to tell you. Okay? Especially for those of you where you're dealing kind of like with a player type of person who is all about the hookup and situationship, friends with benefits, don't care about love. They just want something casual, and you can feel it. Trust your gut. Your self-worth, especially if your vision and your plan is to have a connection that resembles the lover's energy, a balanced, beautiful, harmonious relationship, your counterpart. We're not going to take and waste time with people who don't align with that vision. The Queen of Swords is very discerning. She's very quick to cut someone out of her life that does not align. Someone that's out to betray her, she's not going to stand for it. You cannot pull the wool over the Queen of Swords' eyes. She's going to see right through you. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to be, the Queen of Swords. Okay, maybe for some of you this is having an unexpected conversation, especially if you are going to be someone who's moving forward with a separation or divorce or ending some kind of contract here. Marital contract for some of you, this could be having that difficult conversation. Could even be a fight or an argument that you don't see coming that ends in you saying, you know what, that's it, I'm out of here. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Anything else for group 3? 7 of Cups. Anything else for group 3? 7 of Cups. 6 of Swords. Yeah, some of you are leaving something behind, moving on from something. There's a need to think about what your options are right now, okay? Especially when you're being presented with this situation. Start going over what your dream is, your vision is, looking at what you're currently investing your time and energy in right now. Are you happy with where it is? If you're not, is it time to let go? Is it time to move on? Detach. Some of you are traveling, relocating. Okay. Some of you might even be talking to like a landlord here, or if you have like a lease, you could be trying to talk to landlord here, or renting company to get out of that lease so that you're free. So you could leave, so you could travel, so you could relocate. Yeah, so I feel like right now this is where Spirit is kind of wanting you to get your ducks in a row. Okay, you've got some positive change coming in. Change for the better. The Knight of Pentacles is about sticking to the plan. It's about slow and steady movements and committing yourself to the long-term goal. So what do you want, right? What do we want? If the loving relationship is what we want, we're not going to waste time with Knight of Wands. Okay? Especially as a person who's only looking for something short-lived and passionate, casual. If you're somebody who really wants the long-term, we're not going to mess with that. Unless you're the type of person who, like I said earlier, who can do it and you'll be just fine and you don't have any emotional connection, you just kind of shut down, then fine. But not everyone is able to do that. Sometimes you do end up catching feelings for somebody and then you're in a mess. And you end up holding on to Mr. Knight of Wands because you think it's going to go somewhere and it's not. Okay, their Knight of Wands energy is very unpredictable. It can be destructive. It can also be passionate. It's short-lived. You cannot depend on it. It's not predictable energy. Anything else? The World. Yeah. Some of you are ending something. Could be at work. Leaving a job. What is this Wheel of Fortune here? Where's your Fool again? 9 of Pentacles, yeah. Some of you are embarking on a solo journey. You could even be taking some kind of opportunity here that is going to provide more abundance for you. Financial security and independence. This requires you to take that leap of faith. I mean, that could be telling yourself, like, you know what? I deserve more than this job. I deserve way more. It's going to be a positive change for you. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. So this is something that's more in alignment with you, whether it's new love that you're going to be welcoming in, or a new job opportunity, or even the new place that you move to. Okay, beautiful, beautiful things you have. Now, of course, getting here requires your discernment. It requires very careful observing of things, right? Is everything that I've got in my life right now, people, situations, is it in alignment? If it's not, we're letting it go. We're opening ourselves up for bigger and better things. Something that's more in alignment. This is not aligned. This is also, the Justice in reverse is also your one-sided connections. People who lie to you. People who deceive. Okay. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 3. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.